Welcome back to another Hardcore Iron Man progress video. In the last one, we knocked out 99 smithing and 99 crafting, I think. I don't know, my memory's terrible. We only have 3 skills remaining to max, being Prayer, Fletching, and Hunter. All of which are not terribly slow skills. Prayer is by far the slowest, but even that's probably not going to be too terribly bad. I want to start off this video by getting 99 Hunter, and I'm not really sure what methods I'm going to use. It kind of depends on the AFK ability. I was originally considering doing the monkey hunting method, but I don't know, man. I'd rather get something a little bit more useful out of my XP. So we're going to start with chins, see how that goes. I don't know if I'm going to tick manipulate the whole time. I might just kind of do some lazy chin hunting. We'll see what happens. You know, I put the XP trackers on my screen so that this doesn't happen, and I still managed to miss levels. I don't know how. So it's probably only been like 2 seconds for you guys. But for me, it has been a fair few, and I'm thinking maybe I will try out that AFK hunter method at the, I don't even know what it is. The tortured gorillas? I'm not even sure. I've never done it before. We'll see. I think I'm going to finish out level 96 here, though, just to get chins in case I go back to Arma to finish that off in the future, which I probably will. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. Honestly, a really good amount of chins. In case I do go back to Arma, I think the only thing I'm missing there is the hilt. But that is 96 Hunter. Very nice, 2266 total, just 11 left to go. So I've been mentioning it a few times, and to those of you who don't know, there is a more AFK Hunter method that still should be able to get me over 100k XP per hour, and it has to do with the Monkey Madness 2 quest. I've never actually done it, and the biggest downside is really that you don't really gain anything from it, whereas from chins, you know, you get the chins, and from herbivore you get herbs, and both of those offer a pet chance. But I value AFKing pretty highly right now. And, you know, I say with relative confidence, this is probably the first time I've ever made bones to bananas tablets in my life. Apparently these are really good here because you have to have the Kruk Gree on the entire time, so you can't actually cast the spell. So having tabs is useful. And plus, after all that mining we did in the last episode, I'm pretty set on being able to just buy as much soft clay as I want with golden nuggets. So from my understanding, this method is actually pretty simple. You run in here, grab a bunch of bones to fill up your inventory, and then turn them into bananas. Once you have all of your bananas, you climb on top of the demonic gorilla thing, like you do in the quest. Simply stick a banana under the pitfall trap and just wait. That's it. That's the whole method. And when you successfully catch one of the maniacal monkeys, you get yourself 1000 hunter experience. And there it is, look. Took the bait. Yeah, get out of here. Bam. 1000 XP. You also have a chance, like a really slim chance of getting a monkey tail, but I don't really care about that. But you can see this method's insanely AFK, so it'll be nice for playing multiple accounts. Oh, and to people who are wondering, you can only have one of these set up at a time. I just checked, just to be sure. But supposedly, doing this, you can get around like 90 to 100k XP an hour at my level, which is actually really good considering how AFK-able this method is. I don't know how I managed to do this for a second time in the same video, but that's 97 Hunter. We're actually getting pretty decent XP here. I'm putting in very, very little effort and still getting pretty close to 80k XP per hour. So, I like this method a lot. It's definitely good for those of you who might not be a fan of chins or herbivore, which are basically the only other alternative methods. Don't worry, I didn't miss this one. 98 Hunter. I'm still liking this place. I think I'm just going to stay here for the rest of the way to 99. And that is also bringing me less than 10 levels until we max. I mean, with the state that the servers are in right now, I'm definitely happy that I decided to focus on maxing because I have just been hitting constant lag spikes and disconnecting all the time. So I don't know when I'll even be able to get back into PVM, but I really hope that this is better by the time we hit, you know, max total. That'd be great. You know, I think I'm actually gonna miss this skill. I used to really hate Hunter, and I still kind of hate Hunter, but this method is super, super relaxing, and I would honestly compare it to Redwoods almost. So when we check this large boulder trap, claim our 1000 XP, there we go, we are 99 Hunter, leaving us only 2 remaining 99s to go. Now, I don't think I'm going to knock out another 99 this video, but I do have some stuff I need to do before we wrap up, which I'm probably only halfway through the video at this point. The reason I don't want to get another 99 is because I'm really, really stupid, and I'm worried that if I go all the way to 99 fletching instead of stopping at 98, that I'm going to accidentally max, like when I'm doing prayer. And that would be really embarrassing because I'm probably not going to be streaming, and I want to make sure I'm maxing in the right place. Oh, and to people wondering, this is another skill cape that on its own is pretty useless. The Hunter Cape does offer a couple of teleports. One to the Feldup Hills, where the red Chinchompas are, and one that is kind of scary for me as a hardcore, that teleports you to the wilderness, where the black Chinchompas are. However, I believe there is a teleport warning for that, so I don't really have to worry about it too much. Let's just teleport out of here. I don't really know what happens to the gorilla and everything. Alright, I guess he just goes away. And let's head over to pest control and start doing some fletching. Alright, this is the moment of truth. You can't alk in pest control. You know, I had a feeling that you couldn't, so it's not that big of a deal. I still think that making adamant plate bodies was the right choice. A lot of people asked me in the last episode why I didn't just make all my adamant bars into darts. And I would recommend that if you had that suggestion to buy 30,000 adamant bars and try and make them into darts. It would take forever, man. I'm actually getting a bit more XP than I expected to get from these darts and the adamant bolts. You don't want to actually miss the level up message. There it is. 97 fletching, which is 2270 total and over 400 million total experience now. Obviously, the rest of the darts that I have is not going to get me to 98, so I'll figure out how much I need in broad arrows and then probably just alk accordingly. Since I can't alk here, I'll probably just bank stand to do it, and of course, get a few extra mil for the max capes. That's all the stuff we had in our bank done. About 400k XP. Not too bad. I think I'm just gonna alk until I have like 20 mil. That'll probably be more than enough for what I need in the broad arrows and also for the 3 max capes or whatever I end up buying. Well, there's our 20 mil stack, and I'm realizing this episode is probably pretty boring so far, and I apologize for that, but we're in the tail end of maxing. There's really not a whole lot left to do, and unfortunately, because of the state of the servers, I can't PVM right now. I really don't want to risk my entire account when I'm this close to maxing, but post-max, we'll probably get back to it. So it costed like 12 mil, give or take, but I do now have enough broad arrowheads and enough feathers to be able to get 99 fletching. However, I don't really want to finish that in this episode because, I just don't. So I am going to, first of all, enter my bank pin. Hang on. But if we go over here, you can see that we already have 6,000 dragon bones. So I want to use those in this video, and then I think we might end up just maxing in the next video. I mean, I'm still like a couple hundred hours away from maxing, technically, but I mean, I really don't see it. There's no point in making it take 2 videos when I can just shove it into one. That's pretty much what this video is, like 80-90 hours so far, but only 7 minutes. To people who might not be familiar, I actually do have to use the Gilded Altar in my POH, because obviously there's no way I'm using the Wildy Altar, which means I need Marintals. So I'll probably have to take some breaks to get those. But first things first, let's go through these baby dragon bones I got from Crystal Implings while I was smithing in Prif. Just a couple of bones. I don't think we're going to get past this level in this video, but that is going to be level 95 eventually. There it is. Level 95 prayer. Pretty happy about that. We actually still have quite a few bones left in the bank, so we might be able to get it, but I don't know. I was so zoned out AFKing this, I didn't even realize that my previous inventory was my final one for dragon bones. But we gained over 1.2 million XP from this little session of just AFKing. That's incredibly satisfying. And I did some rearranging of my ensouled heads because I must have moved something around at some point, or maybe it's because the Marintals are in here, so everything's out of place. But that's a lot of ensouled dragon heads that I totally forgot that I had. I'm going to go ahead and use these because that's definitely going to get me the level. There it is. Level 96 rare. I'll be honest, I actually almost missed the level. Unfortunately, we are still 2 prayer levels off max combat, but we do have a bunch of dragon heads left, so I'm going to knock all those out before we wrap this video up. Well, this is the last ensouled dragon head, and honestly, we got quite a lot of XP from these things. I forgot they're over 1,500 XP each. Very close to 10 million prayer XP, 2272 total level. And I think the next episode is going to end up being the last one. I mean, there's only 5 levels left. Granted, they're kind of the slower skills. Well, I guess Fletching isn't, but Prayer is quite a slow skill, though Fletching will give me some passive XP while I'm doing pest control, so I think next episode is it. We're gonna max. I'm gonna call it here though, so thank you very much for watching, guys, and as always, don't forget these episodes do take a very long time to make, so if you're enjoying them, make sure you are leaving a like. It's very, very much appreciated, as well as a comment and subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'll see you guys next time for the maxing episode. I was gonna say the finale, but I don't think we're gonna stop at maxing. We obviously still have a lot of goals left to go. Peace out, everybody.
Hey,